So what's the biggest challenge when bringing your business online? In this video, we're talking about those challenges. I'm sharing with you a 3-part solution for overcoming these challenges that you can start implementing right now, today. Think about it. No more frustration, no more drag, and you can really have this online presence with your business. When you're a physical business, you have customers coming to you already, right? There's already that desire. So to go online, you have to figure out how to create that desire online. And that's what we're going to dive into. First, we're talking about standard of excellence and honestly, other people's standard of excellence and how that's getting in the way. Then we'll discuss the one thing you need to be able to charge the highest price. And lastly, we'll talk about how to create that amazing feeling people feel when they're with you in person, how to create that online. The biggest challenge is that if you're not online, you don't exist in your customer's mind, right? So that's challenge number 1 that we have to overcome, is building people's awareness around you and your products and your services. Maybe it's not just you, maybe it's your brand, but they need to know what your business is and even know that it exists. So how do you build a business or a brand online? You've got to cut through the noise. You have to make that human connection and you have to rise above your competition. How do you do this? It's by having a clear vision, mission, and message. I'm not talking about something that you pulled out of some business book or you heard somebody share on a YouTube video like this. I'm talking about you and your real, unique perspective. There's something about you and the way that you do business that is different than everybody else. So what is that thing? What is that unique thing that is really special with you? And how can you take those values, the things that you value, and that mission, the thing that drives you to be in business in the first place, and how can you begin to share this online? I mean, this is how you build a brand. If you don't have a brand, the only thing you have to compete on is price. And listen, that is a race to the bottom. It's not a fun game to play. So it makes sense to take a little bit of time and think about what are your values? What is the mission and the purpose of your business? And how can you effectively communicate this online? This is going to build awareness. It's going to make your brand attractive compared to ordinary milquetoast brands and businesses out there. Yours is different. It's unique, it's special, and it has a very clear perspective. I'm going to use the example from my physical products company. Listen, this is a baby bathtub that is $45. Not exactly the $10, $15, $20 hard plastic bathtub that you would get at Target. This is a premium product. So I couldn't compete on price. That meant I had to build awareness in a different way. When it comes to values, that was so clear in my mind. And this is how I communicated it, not just online, but with my whole team, right? I had 4 values: family, independence and freedom, now and wow, and simplicity, right? So those are the values. How does this get played out online? If somebody wants to be a wholesaler for my products, they fill out an application. My global sales director immediately gets a notification that somebody just filled out an application. He dials the number, gets them on the phone, and immediately, not only do I have an active, interested buyer, but they've got my global sales director on the phone. And very quickly, they're getting to experience that value of now and wow, and being very relevant to them. And I'm helping them take action and continue to grow their business in the way that they want to. So what are the values and how can you start implementing them inside of your business? One of my clients was a specialized PT. She helped women recover from having birth. And she had this in-person practice in downtown LA. She was fighting traffic, having to put her kids in daycare, and managing so many things in the business. She came to me and said, Katie, I really think there's an opportunity for me to do what I'm doing in my office, but teach it to people online, but I have no idea how to do that. And so I helped her understand this process of going from in-person services to virtual and online services. So let's use her as an example to illustrate these principles that I want to teach you. So the first thing you've got to do is you have to build this online awareness. Until now, you haven't had a presence online. It's almost like you didn't exist in your customer's mind. So we've got to create this awareness around your brand, your products, and your services. How do you do this? You start reaching out to people and getting in front of audiences. So my client Marcy that I told you about in the beginning of the video, She was moving her full business online. What did she do? She started a podcast. By starting a podcast, she was beginning the conversation with her potential customers and clients, right? She was engaging with them, and she was giving them little bits of value so that they would learn to like, know, and trust her, and then eventually move to purchasing her programs. So you've got to build awareness by having this conversation. So starting a podcast is one. Making YouTube videos like this is another. Getting yourself in front of other people's audience is another way. But we've got to grow people's awareness around you. Maybe you want to start a newsletter or a magazine, whatever it is. But we've got to build awareness. What's step number 2? As you're building awareness, we need to start creating desire for what it is that you do. It's really a matter of understanding the problem that your customer is facing and then showing them what the solution is. If you do this very well, all you have to do is get out of people's way because they come chasing after you. When it is so clear, the problem that you solve and how you solve that problem, if you're speaking to the right person, they are going to come after you. So how are you communicating this? Can you use stories and examples? Can you use client examples and communicate this problem and desired outcome effectively to your audience through this awareness campaign that we're talking about? This is how you get people to come to you. You're not having to convince anybody to come buy your thing. You are already taking the thing they already desire, which is either to get away from pain or to move towards pleasure. You're identifying that desire they already have inside of them, and you're showing them how to accomplish that thing they already want. So build awareness, and then learn to create desire. And I will tell you, there are many ways to communicate desire. Copy and language and text is one way. As a designer, I use all kinds of things, right? I use form and shape and color. All of these things influence the desire that you're helping somebody to create around your product and your service. And I got to see this play out in real time as I was building my physical products company. I'm speaking at an event, this woman comes up to me and she just says, "Hey, you don't know me, we've never met before, but when I pulled your product out of the box, I felt like I could feel your soul." And that's because that intention really went into every detail of the packaging, right? So how can you really connect to and create desire for your product and solution to solve the pain point of your ideal customer and client? Speaking of awareness, are you aware that you can hit the like and subscribe button below? Click that button now so you can continue to get my help. If you found this video helpful, I've got a free guidebook just for you. Click the link below. I'm going to show you how you can, yes, take your business from being physical to online and so much more. We're just scratching the surface of what is possible for you. So if you've got a real product, service, brand, and you feel this desire, this calling to grow your business and you want to know how to do that, I can help you. My name's Katie Richardson. I have helped incredible CEOs, founders, entrepreneurs just like you grow and scale their business in a way that is sustainable. Because yes, success in business matters to you, but so does success in life. And so I can show you this really unique way of growing your business where it doesn't destroy your marriage, it doesn't create a wedge between you and your kids. In fact, you're able to be super present with your family. And yes, you have more energy than ever, you feel more connected to God than ever before, and I can show you exactly how to do it, and it all begins with this guidebook. So click the link below, and I'll see you in the next video.